His breakthrough role was in BBC's Law, Yip, and El Dorado, 1991–93. His memoir, An East End Life, My Story, was published in 2010. Derek, who will be 85 next week, has two adopted sons, David and Jonathan, and lives in Hertfordshire. I was born just before the Second World War, in Bow, East London. It was a tough war for our family. We went through the Blitz. My mum and I were evacuated to Herefordshire at one point, and our house got bombed. There was a cinema on every high street back then, and my mum loved films. I grew up going to see them a great deal. I idolized stars like James Cagney. I left school at 15, started working at an estate agent and did a variety of jobs before doing my national service and then ending up working in Smithfield Market. In 1962, I was arrested for larceny and receiving stolen meat and appeared at the Old Bailey. There was every chance I was going to be found guilty, but the jury let me off, knowing I had to change my ways or end up in a worse position. I decided to find out if I could get any acting work. I signed up for an agency on a Friday, fibbing about how much acting I had done, and started work as an extra the following Monday on Z Cars. As the years went on, I was in great demand. One day, I worked on Dixon of Doc Green in the morning and with Morecambe and Wise for one of their shows in the afternoon. As I was good at driving and could ride, I started doing work as a stuntman. I worked on Doctor Who with John Pertwee and Patrick Troughton, both as an actor and stuntman, among many others shows. I gave up stunt work after I broke my collarbone when riding on Elizabeth R. From then on, I aimed more at acting roles. My big break was being cast as Fred Pyle in BBC's Law. In 1978, it was a big role for me and opened doors. I picked up lots of work in the 1980s after that. When Eastenders first started, I was considered for the role of Dennis Watts, but lost out to Leslie Grantham. A bit later, I was offered the role of Frank Butcher but was too busy with other work to take it. My good friend Mike Reed, who I had met when we were both extras, got it instead. Eventually the role of Charlie Slater came along and I got that job. I spent many happy years on the soap. I married twice. During my second marriage to Christine, we adopted two boys when they were just 4 weeks old. I split up with Christine, but we became great friends later on in life. Sadly, she died a couple of years ago. Acting has been very good to me. I actually met one of my childhood heroes, James Cagney, in his last film, Ragtime, which was a real pinch-me moment. It really has been the most marvelous life.